Today I'll be breaking down the complete lore from FNAF 1 all the way to Help Wanted 2. I'll be going over the books too. I'm making this into an hour-long video, so sit back and grab a snack and enjoy. Five Nights at Freddy's is an indie point-and-click survival horror video game developed by Scott Cawthon and was released on July 24, 2014. The goal is for the player to try to survive the night at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza while avoiding getting caught by the animatronics. After the second Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is closed in 1987 after the bite of 87, the company reopened the pizzeria in a smaller place in 1988. The game takes place in 1993. Mike Schmidt, who is presumably Michael Afton using a pseudonym, applies to be the new security guard for the pizzeria. Mike works 5 nights at the pizzeria, risking death in the process. After the 5th night, Mike received his payment of $120. Mike works 2 more nights, but after the 7th night, Mike is fired for tampering with the animatronics. When he ends up being caught by the animatronics, the game over screen depicts him forcefully stuffed, dead, into a suit. The restaurant closed down soon after, before the end of the year. The Missing Children's Incident, sometimes abbreviated as MCI, was an incident in which several children went missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The incident is a major point of interest for other events that occurred in the Five Nights at Freddy's FNAF universe.
Mid-late 90s, unspecified, William Afton creates his own line of animatronics, known as the Funtime animatronics, designed to lure and kill children on their own. They were intended to be used in Circus Baby's Pizza World, but leading up to the location's grand opening, Circus Baby killed William's daughter, Elizabeth Afton, during private testing. The location was then cancelled, with her death being covered up with gas leaks. Elizabeth possessed Circus Baby, turning the animatronics' eyes green, and the Funtime animatronics were then moved to Circus Baby's entertainment and rentals. The Funtimes were sent out as a rental service, with families being able to rent them out for birthday parties. After a while, William Afton eventually sent down his son, Michael Afton, as a technician, with the goal to put Elizabeth back together. The origin of Purple Guy. In 1976, William had twins, a little blonde girl and a little brunette boy. He started to teach Michael to take care of them, because Daddy won't be around forever. During his free time, William started designing and projecting new robots. He hated the name animatronics, and plans for his own company, Afton Robotics. But he had another plan under his sleeve, ruin FFP. From the inside, he disguised himself as Dave Miller and started working applied for daytime security guard at FFP. As he was always wearing purple, the uniform's color, and usually hid in the shadows to stay out of sight of anyone who might recognize him, he was nicknamed by every child as the Purple Guy. During this time, in 1980, he did his evil plan, using the Spring Bonnie suit he built. Years earlier, he lured 5 children to a back room, murdered them and hid inside the body of the animatronics. In case you're wondering what he did with the 5th one, he obviously hid it inside a spare Freddy suit he then painted yellow. Fortunately for Billy, they actually caught Henry instead of him, as one of the cameras caught him walking around in one of the suits. He got out sometime later, as they managed to prove he had some mental disabilities and had a fixation with wearing the suits around, and had no violent behavior. But Dave? Well, he was fired when FFP closed. Circus Baby. With the help of the money he got from selling the children's organs in the black market, William opened Afton Robotics and had everything ready to open his own kid-friendly restaurant, Circus Baby's Pizza World. The problem is that he got a new hobby, and this where his hill went down. He liked so much the idea of killing children and the profit he could get from selling their organs. Healthy children organs are way more valuable than adults. He made special alterations in his robots, turning them into kid kidnapping and killing machines. The problem is that, in 1982, he accidentally let his daughter get close to Baby when he wasn't looking, and Baby killed her. He knew he was the one to blame, but he actually blamed Michael for this, saying that he, as the older brother, should have protected her. This incident led to the pizzeria's cancellation and William's divorce. His wife took Michael and the other boy with her, leaving him alone. His new hobby and this incident in his life lead him to become a human monster. The children. Going a little away from the entire Afton story arch, let's talk about the children he murdered. The first one came to possess a puppet from FFP. The other 5, with the help of the first one, possessed the suits they were stuffed inside. They then started killing any adult they could at night, when there was no children around, because they thought every adult was the purple guy they heard of when they were still alive. The bite of 83 William's ex-wife took the children and they started living close the diner, that was still running great. For the good old times, before the problems, she would take them there. William, on the other, didn't like it in the slightest, and bought a warehouse close to their house, where he built an underground room he used to monitor cameras installed in the house, the diner, and in the street. He also started to prepare the warehouse to building circus baby entertainment and rental. He also returned to his Dave Miller persona, working at the diner, taking a closer look at his sons. The crying child. After the baby incident, Michael became a rebel teenager who, rebelling against his father's will, bullied his younger brother. For the brother's unluckiness, he was also traumatized for actually having witnessed baby killing his sister in the year before. For his luckiness, though, he had a reliable friend, psychic friend Fred Bear. Unbeknown for him, the plush was actually a camera his father used to check on him. More unbeknown for him, when the plush talked with him, it was actually the spirit of his sister, who was haunting William's warehouse, and with supernatural abilities managed to speak through the camera system. The bite per se, you all know how it happened. He went to the hospital, but died. His sister tried to help him, but in the end he became a ghost purple bear, crying in the corners of anywhere the suit that killed him was at. William's revenge. After the bite, Michael's mother committed suicide and he was taken under William's keeping. But Billy wasn't happy with his son, who caused the death of another one of his children. William projected the new building to have a place for torturing children, specially made for Michael. Actually, the room was designed to mimic Michael's room from the other house, so when he would fall asleep, William would take him to the nightmare room. Michael would be drugged, and unleash nightmare robotic versions of the Fazbear animatronics to haunt him at night, giving him some reminders of what he did to his brother. This marked Michael for life, and turned him a better person, actually. 1987. OMG, this is long, isn't it? Well, in 1987 another FFP opened, with new animatronics. William became Dave again and killed more 5 children. The place temporarily shut down, reopened in November, but didn't last after Mangle bit someone. Henry was once again without a job. The problem is that, in this attempt, they recognized Dave as William, so he had to hit himself for his own safety. Fixing past mistakes during the time hiding, William started pondering about his decisions in life, and how it screwed everything for him. He caused the death of his family, lasting only him and his older son. That was it? The solution? If he, William, ruined everything, Michael could be the one to fix everything. He then sent a letter to Michael, explaining everything he should do. William was aware of the spirits and possessions, and knew his daughter was haunting CBENR, so he sent Michael there first. Then sister location happened and all that jazz. Or should I say, casual bongos? Kill me. So, baby first thought Michael was William, but then she recognized his brother and saw an opportunity for her and the other sentient robots from the rental to leave, using him as a human disguise. To prevent his brother died from this, she did some black magic researches and found a way to prevent him from dying. Then Ennard came to be. Michael was fooled into the scooping room and became a suit. Ennard tried to live a life as a regular human being pretending to be Michael, but unfortunately the black magic didn't prevent flesh from rotting, so the disguise was ruined and Ennard left Michael's body. But, even though Michael became an undying walking corpse, his job wasn't done. He had one last thing to do: free the souls of his father's victims. So, he went to work at FFP, that reopened in the 90s, to check if the possession thing was really going on there. Oh, Henry died there before Michael began to work. Michael got a fake name, Mike Schmidt. He wasn't as good with names as his father was, and worked there. He was unfortunately fired for being a smelly corpse and supposedly tampering the animatronics. So he waited for when the pizzeria closed for good. With the help of Shadow Freddy, who was actually the spirit of his younger brother, he dismantled the animatronics, freeing the children's souls from their physical restraints. For Michael's unluckiness, in FNAF universe rotten corpses are purple, which lead the spirits into believing he was the purple guy and consequently attacking him. Thankfully, Michael remembered about the spring Bonnie suit he could use to fool the spirits his father told him. Unfortunately, the suit failed on him, crushing his body. As the spirits thought their killer was dead for good, they left. Michael stayed there, sitting in an abandoned room, a rotten body inside a broken rotten suit, with his brother.